Hello students and welcome to all of you for this video session number 49. In the last video session, that is video session number 48, I have discussed the concept on consumer buying process. Consumer decision buying process involves 5 important stages. As I have already told you that this is very important from the examination viewpoint. And after that, I have taught you some of the important concepts related to consumer behavior. Now, let me welcome all of you for this video session where we are going to discuss a very important topic that is important as well as very essential as far as marketing concepts are concerned. Consumer, its types, target marketing, and product positioning. These are the things that we are going to discuss in this class. Excuse me. Now, before I could go for the target customer and the product positioning, it becomes imperative to all of us to know what are the different types of consumers that we are going to study. See, consumer is nothing but the person who finally consumes the products, or the consumer is a person who finally uses the products. He is called as a consumer. Suppose, for example, I go to a tea shop and then I'm going to buy a tea and I'm going to consume that. So I am the purchaser and I am the consumer. So in the process of different types of customer, so it becomes very essential to all of us to know what all the different types of consumers are existing in the market. Consumer, we can also term as in different types of customers: consumer, buyer, institutional buyer, customer, and of course the ultimate consumer. Now here, let me explain with the help of the important definitions that are being described by some of the most famous personalities. Consumer, according to International Dictionary of Management, consumer is a purchaser of goods and services for immediate use or consumption. See, consumer in the sense I have already told you that I go to a shop, I'm going to a tea shop, I'm going to buy a tea and then I'm going to use it. So I will be called as the consumer. Again, you take any example for that matter, it involves the consumption of the goods and services. And then once you discuss the concept of consumer, so let us go for the other important concept, that is buyer. Buyer is a person who purchases the goods either for resale or for use in production or for the use of somebody else. See, buyer in the sense he need not be a customer. He purchases the goods for the purpose of, he may sell it to the other person, he may use it, or he may use it in the production aspect, or he can also use it in the on his behalf. So this is called as the buyer. Customer. Customer means he is the person who purchases the goods for his own use or for the use of others, or else he is regular customer of a particular product and is regular customer of a particular shop. Customer in the sense the person who purchases regularly and frequently certain goods from particular shops. It may be a grocery shop, it may be a provisions shops. So the person who makes the repeated purchases is called as a customer. And that particular customer, whatever he purchases, he may use it or he may not use it. Now, this concept is called as customer. Institutional buyer, we have other important category of buyer. Here, the marketing manager has to even report for the institutional buyer. Institutional buyer in the sense the institutions which buys the products from the different sellers are called as institutional buyers. Here, I'm going to explain. These are the government, excuse me, either government institutions or private institutions. For example, if Tata and Company, Reliance and Company, if they purchase any raw materials from the suppliers, so they'll definitely become an institutional buyer. So these are the important things that we all need to understand before you could understand the concept of consumer behavior, and the marketing manager has to work out very sincerely and honestly on understanding these concepts. Then only they can definitely better understand the concept of and how the marketing would be done and how it has to be managed. And the next one, characteristics of consumer behavior. See, I have taught you the important meaning of consumer behavior and important factors that determines the consumer behavior. Now let us discuss some of the important key features or the characteristics of consumer behavior. It is a process where consumer decide what to buy, when to buy, how to buy, where to buy, and how much to buy. Yes, absolutely right. See, the most important characteristic feature of consumer behavior is that behavior in the sense it gives you a lot of meaning in it. And behavior in the sense the customer before he makes the purchases he is going to put up his own questions about what to buy, when to buy, and how it has to be purchased, where to buy, and how much to buy. So all these are, what we call it a start making process. Now all this start making process will be included in consumer behavioral process. So this is what we need to understand. So before we could deliver the best of the products produced by our company. The other important characteristics of consumer behavior, they are it comprises both mental as well as physical activities of the consumer. Yes, see here consumer behavior, it not only has only the intellectual thought process related activities, but also you can observe the physical activities of a consumer. For example, you go to a footwear shop or you go to a textile industry, textile shop, you are going to see physically the footwear which suits you or the cloth which suits you. You are going to touch it, you are going to feel it, and then you are going to make a decision. This is called as it involves both the combination of mental and physical activities of the consumer. So this is one of the key important feature of consumer behavior. Next, consumer behavior is very complex and dynamic, which keeps on changing constantly. See, as a marketing manager, I have to very keenly and as well as cleanly observe what are the dynamic changes which are happening around me, around the business arena, and what are the difficult things that I have to look out for. I have to first understand the psychology of the customer, what kind of customers are prevailing, what do they require. So that is what I just want to go for determining the requirements. So consumer behavior is very difficult to understand. And if at all, if you understood the concept of the behavior of the consumer, so the job of you would become very easy and your business would grow like anything. So that is what very important thing. Individual buying behavior is affected by various internal factors like his needs, wants, attitudes, motives, and also by external factors like social groups, culture, status, environmental factors. See, I am an individual. My behavior is completely influenced by my particular wants, my needs, my motives, my beliefs. See, if I want to buy any particular product, suppose for example, I'm planning to go for buying a Raymond suitings. Why do I buy? Because of the quality that has satisfied my needs and wants. So as a result of that, I'm going to buy that. So the Raymond company's clothing is very much suited for me because of my own personal factors, and also my friends might have told you, my family members might have told, my culture might have told, my status tells me to wear the costliest products. That is why I'm using that. Environmental factors is also very important thing that we all need to understand. So as a part and parcel of characteristic features of consumer behavior. So ultimately, consumer behavior starts before buying and even after buying. Yes, it's a never-ending process. I would say that the consumer behavior doesn't only ends with the purchase of a product. It starts before the buying of the product. It ends even after. It continues even after purchasing of a product. So if at all, if I want to buy a product, if you want to buy a product, what we are going to do, we are going to plan, we are going to have a series of actions. Even after using the product also, our thought process will go on. Suppose for example, if you want to install any one particular water heater for your house, means you have a lot of qualities, you have a lot of brands, and then you are going to decide what kind of a brand should I buy. If you have installed Sony company's brand, means again after using that, if you are satisfied, if you are not satisfied, still you are on the lookout for searching the better alternatives. So this is what consumer behavior gives you a lot of information. The next important thing that we all need to understand, once you understood the important characteristic features of consumer behavior, the job of marketing manager would be a little bit challenging one as far as the delivery of goods and services to the target audience is concerned. Before I could explain the concept of this target marketing, let us know what do you mean by target market. The target market is the ultimate or the end consumer to which the company wants to sell its end products to. The target marketing involves breaking down the entire market into various segments and planning marketing strategies accordingly for each segment to increase market share. Very clearly, it sells that, see, for example, the products that are produced by the company by keeping in mind their target customer. Best example is cosmetics. For the cosmetics, the best example is female customers. And for Johnson and Johnson baby company and for Kids Camp, the best example is for small babies. They are the target customers. So the marketing managers will have this kind of predisposition, will have this kind of a thought process in such a way that they are going to first find out who are the customers, and based on that they are going to produce the products. Especially you take an example of two-wheelers, gearless vehicles, sorry, two-wheelers with gear vehicles. Pulsar, you take an example, Yamaha R1, you take an example, Shine, Honda companies, products, Bajaj companies, two-wheelers. They are being produced with the help of focusing on male category of customers. On the other hand, gearless mopeds, scooters like Access, Activa, Scooty, they all have targeted by these companies by keeping in mind the target market is ladies. So this is what happens when you are going to identify first who are your target customer, and then you are going to tailor your products according to their needs so that you can best satisfy those people. Once you understand the concept of target marketing and approaches for target marketing, let us go for the important types of target marketing. It means the marketeer simply he will not close his eyes, he will not introduce us the products. He is going to introduce the products very carefully, very diligently, very vulnerably. He is going to see that what kind of customers are there, what to produce, what to sell, whom to produce, everything. So in that particular scenario, we could see there are three important type of target marketing strategies. One is undifferentiated marketing characteristics. So there may be a very strong differences in customer characteristics. See, undifferentiated marketing in the sense the company produces the products that should be suitable for all types of customers. Example, Pepsi and Coca-Cola company, they have produced a beverage. This beverage official drink could be consumed by all kind of customers, whether you are a lady customer or a gents customer or you're a small baby. So undifferentiated marketing strategy followed by this particular company. Differentiated marketing or multi-segment targeting. So differentiated marketing or multi-segment targeting, which is definitely followed by companies who produces different parts for the different people. For example, Maruti Suzuki company follows that. See, for the cheaper people, they produce less quality of less priced vehicles. Tata, you can take an example. Tata Safari, it's a very costly car. And Tata Nano, it has been produced by keeping in mind the middle level as well as low income group people. So Tata company has followed the best differentiated marketing strategy just to avoid the snatching of their customers to their competitors. He doesn't want to leave, they doesn't want to leave their customers to their other opponents. That is what their important techniques. Focus or concentrated targeting. See, certain companies are there which focuses only on few things. Apart from that, they are not going to focus on any other things. See, for example, the best example, Nestle company, they concentrate only on chocolates, Nutrien you take, chocolates. They give much concentration on this. Barbie company has concentrated heavily on baby related things, dolls. So Lakme company, Revlon company, you take an example. they have concentrated on only one particular marketing, that is called as niche marketing concept. They focused on more customized marketing. Customized marketing in the sense, here the marketing manager, they are going to produce their goods and services in accordance with the customer's needs and customer preferences. Customized marketing, whoever wants whatever they want, so these kind of goods are available. Family pack sizes, things. See, in ice cream industry, Arun ice cream or any other ice cream you take, so they are going to sell the ice cream based on their individual preferences as well as family pack ice creams. You can see the customized marketing. Excuse me. The other most important factors that we need to understand after listening to this target marketing strategies. The next one, product positioning and important steps. What do you mean by product positioning? In the sense, see, product positioning is nothing but it's a process where the company wants to establish their brands in the mind of the consumer in such a way that their company's brand is much better and much benefitable to the customers comparatively with the other brands. This concept is called as product positioning. Anchor toothpaste, you might have taken an example, Pepsodent. When company has introduced Pepsodent brand, they have positioned the product with few clinical examples with the help of some doctors. Now, that has occupied number one spot in the mind of customers. So that is called as product positioning. It means best placing the products, the placing in a best way products about their requirements, about their important unique features. Certain important steps that we need to follow before we could go for product positioning and its important steps. First of all, I should know, in fact, we all should know who are our target audience. Yes. See, any company who wants to achieve success in their particular fields, they first identify who are their customers. Once they determine their customer, and then they will have a clear-cut idea to whom they have to serve. It becomes very much easier for the companies. See, Hyundai company produces the cars both for small family as well as for large family. So it has concentrated on their target customer. Who are their target customers? Both small size family as well as big size family people. They have concentrated. So it is very essential for the marketeers to first identify the target audience and then understand their needs and preferences. Yes. See, first of all, as a marketing manager, we all need to understand, so to whom I should prepare the products and what are the important things that I should include. How does my product look completely differ in terms of product differentiation, in terms of taste, in terms of color, in terms of price, in terms of quality. This is how you can best place in the mind of the customer. Then only your customer would definitely love to buy your products rather than quitting your business and occupying some other brand's products. And the next one, second important step that we all need to understand, that is identify the product failure. See, if at all you might have already released a product in the market, if it has got failure, in the sense, you first identify what are the important areas where your product has failures, and you have to improve your product features. Identify the product features. You should identify the important features. What are the important features? What you have covered. Suppose, for example, a new car company introduces a car. Ford Icon just introduces a car. The company which introduces a car through advertisements gives you complete description about what it has a special uniqueness than the other companies doesn't have. It may be airbag system, it may be a spoiler, it may be a heavy toughened glass, companies glasses, over windows, top end model, cheaper rate, and very good space. So it gives a unique features that the other company doesn't have. And unique selling propositions, know your competitors. See, once you are planning to introduce a product in the market, you should know who are your close competitors. Then only you could compete. Then only you can see that what are happening with your competitors, what are their best strategies. You try to adopt the strategies. If they are found to be good, ways to promote brands. You should see that you have to do all your exercises to promote your brands. So there are different things. One, that personal selling is one of the most powerful means of promoting the products. Advertisements, you take an example, press advertising, electronic advertising. So internet, through internet you can advertise your products. Through television you can introduce your product. To television channels you can introduce products. So promotion of brands is very simple nowadays, and first you need to concentrate and work out on that. So maintain the position in the brand. The other important thing that we need to understand, that is position of the brand. So you have to see that what is the position and what is the welfare of your brand. So these are the things that I just wanted to cover in production, positioning, and its steps. Now, so after discussing the product positioning, let us go for the important techniques of product positioning. See, placing of a product in the mind of a consumer is very important, rather than placing of a product in the scenario of a market. Now, let me tell you some of the most important 5 steps that everybody would have to follow before they could position the products at the proper place, in a proper way, in a proper method, in a proper manner. First step, you have to understand why your customers use your product. Yes, you should know, you should have your self-awareness. Why do your company's products are being sold out? Why most of the people would follow Nike company's products? Nike company should know that. Most of the company would prefer to buy Sony company electronic goods. Why? Sony company should know that. Why do most of the company would go for following Bajaj company electronic things, Bajaj company's two-wheelers? Because the Sony company should know why do they buy my company's products. Identify. You should know what are your strengths. You should know what are your weakness. Identify the market you are in and the persona you are going after. See, you should identify the market where you are in which your market, what is your market position, and you should know from where you are going to travel, in the sense how you are going to best occupy the next spot, how you are going to occupy the next customers, and then determine the market's maturity. Yes, you should see that the market's maturity, it's a place where your competitors will come. They will try to occupy the more market, that try to snatch your products. In such a scenario, you should see that what you have to give the special things in order to keep your customers momentum going on, rather than skipping your customers to your other neighbor and competitors. You should see that. Determine people's state of mind. Yes, see, as a marketing manager or as a manufacturer, it becomes your very bounded duty to understand the psychology of the consumer. So you have to put yourself in their shoes to try to understand what is happening, what do they actually require, and how do they use our company's products. So trying it together. So see, you have to assume both. You have to assume the role and you have to play the role of both the marketeer as well as the consumer and the customer. Excuse me. Then only you are going to understand the important. So this is about this particular session's brief summary. As I have started off with the consumer behavior, target marketing, market positioning, important techniques of market positioning I have discussed, and also I have discussed the important key characteristics features of target marketing. Students, so thank you everyone. We'll come out with many more videos in the upcoming session. Thank you.